Hey guys, John Rettinger here, and I want to give you an overview of the Sense UI found on the HTC Hero for Sprint. We first took a look at the Sense UI back a few months ago when it was released in Europe as a GSM-only version, but since it's come to the US and come to the US with friends, the Aris for Verizon will be a very similar experience. However, with the Sprint version here, you're going to get some things that you won't get with Verizon. So let me show you what this looks like. There's been a lot of talk over Android 2.0, Android 1.5. Well, the Hero is running Android 1.5, but it's running a completely new skin on top of it, done by a company called HTC that traditionally makes Windows mobile phones, but has moved over to make a tremendous amount of Android phones as well. It's a complete skin that goes all the way down, and what the skin means is it adds functionality and puts sort of a fresh coat of paint on the operating system. Now with Android 2.0, you get a lot of cool new features like free turn-by-turn directions, but with the Sprint version and with their Simply Everything plans, you get a better turn-by-turn navigation option, which I'll show you guys a little bit later. Let's go ahead and get started, and for the record, HTC and Sprint have both said that Android 2.0 will be coming out for this device if that was a concern of yours. So with the typical Android device, you're going to get 3 home screens. With the Sense UI, I'll show you is a little bit different. So the unlock screen is sort of unique. You take this and you throw it down. So we actually get 7 home screens here. You can navigate them with your finger using the capacitive touchscreen or this touch bar right here. So everything on the home screen is completely customizable. So what I've got right here is the time, the weather, which will automatically update it. So I'm in Irvine, it's mostly sunny, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. It's gorgeous here in Southern California. And one of the nice things about Android is that it's completely widget-based. And with the Sense UI, you get a lot of more widgets and increased functionality. So let me show you what some of those are. To access the widgets on a blank home screen or any home screen, simply hold your finger down. So you get your shortcuts, your Android widgets, your folders, and a new one called HTC widgets. And that's completely unique to the HTC devices running the Sense UI. So let me show you what these are. Some of them are very useful. Bookmarks, I'll show you that. Calendar, clock, footprints, which is a very cool geotagging application. So let's say you're traveling with a friend, you want to take a picture of you in front of the world's largest ball of twine, you take a picture, and it'll automatically know where you were. You can add notes to it, so that way you never lose track of where your pictures were taken. You've got a mail plugin, a messages plugin, music, people, photo album, photo frame, search, settings, stocks, Twitter, and weather. And this does have a pretty decent built-in Twitter client. So let me show you a few of these. I can't walk you through every one. This would be probably a 45-minute video, but I will show you some of the highlights. So let's take a look here and go to calendar. I forget what I've got going on an hour from now, let alone in a week from now, so I rely very heavily on calendar. So let me go ahead and select that, and I'll put this on this blank home page. And you can choose what you want it to look like. Whether you want it to be little and just tell you what you have tomorrow, or whether you want just a massive calendar there that you can select the dates. Let's go ahead and select the massive calendar. So now I can go through and see what I got going on the next day. I can select different dates. I can go ahead and add new appointments, and the Sense UI skin goes all the way down to the calendar as well. It really is quite handy and very easy to use, and if you want to get rid of any one of these widgets, you tap it down. Right down there turns into remove, and you just drag it to the trash. Let me show you some of the other functionality here of the Sense UI and some of the other widgets that you're going to get and things you might enjoy. For those of you that follow me on Twitter, you know that I use it quite a bit. So there is a built-in Twitter functionality, and you can sort of select again how you want it to look. Whether you want it just to be little with your recent tweets or big, we'll go for the little one this time. And all you do is you log in with your Twitter name. I'm not going to do that right now, and all of your tweets will show up right there. And you can see that it's very easy to use and simple to navigate, as is all Android. I think it's very easy to learn. There's a bit of a learning curve at first, but once you get the hang of the general navigation, it's really quite simple. So one of the cool things that HTC has added that really no other US released Android devices have is multi-touch, and especially multi-touch in the browser. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to open up a web page here. We'll go ahead and open up technobuffalo.com. And you get a chance to see how quickly this loads as well. And this is over a Wi-Fi connection. Although Sprint's 3G is very fast, and that's of course over EVDO Rev 0. The browser has been completely revamped and redone for HTC, and it's been done by HTC as well. So I think it's something that separates the Hero from the rest of the Android devices. Especially when you think of Android now, a lot of people are thinking of the Droid, but the Hero really is a nice middle ground. So let me show you what this looks like. So here we are on Techno Buffalo, and you can navigate just as you could on other Android devices. You can scroll around. It's still finishing loading here, but no matter. Scrolling is pretty smooth. It's not resizing to the whole page, but you can pan around and see what you'd like. So one of the very cool things, like I mentioned, is multi-touch. I can pinch and zoom my way around this phone. I want to zoom in and zoom out. It works exactly like you'd expect pinch and zoom to work. You can double tap on an area and it will zoom in. It won't automatically fit the text to that area, but it will bring it up. I've gotten very used to this functionality of pinch and zoom, and I think it really adds to the utility of a browser, especially a very fully functioning, capable browser like the one found on the HTC Hero. Now the Hero doesn't have a built-in physical keyboard. It relies exclusively on a wireless keyboard, or a virtual keyboard rather. So let me show you what that looks like as well, because it's HTC's own keyboard, not the standard default keyboard that you get with Android devices. See, the browser here is very smooth. So go ahead and close this. We'll go into Mail. Actually, let's go to Messages instead. Open up Messaging, and we'll compose a message. So this keyboard is extremely useful and very accurate, and certainly will take advantage of the accelerometer for either portrait or landscape. Well, there's a bit of delay with the rotation times. The screen will gray out a little bit and then change. The keyboard, how it works, you get haptic feedback and a little bit of a vibrate, and then you get the letters showing up above, which makes it very easy to type. I found this keyboard to be one of the best virtual keyboards that I've ever used, and I think HTC has done a great job tailoring their device for that. So if you're worrying about not having a full QWERTY keyboard, don't worry. The soft keyboard, or virtual, is fantastic. So let's go back to the home screen, and we'll keep taking a tour of the Sense UI. There's a lot to show here, but I'm going to highlight some of just the biggest features. So some of the other things that you're going to get are these built-in sprint functionality. So I mentioned earlier with Android 2.0 you get access to Google Maps Navigation's beta. Well, with Sprint you have access to their complete Sprint navigation, which is just a telenav service which is available for AT&T, T-Mobile. It's a great turn-by-turn navigation service which generally comes at an extra cost, except with Sprint. And that is very nice. You're getting a lot of value for your money. With HTC and Sense UI, you're also getting stocks. So you get a very nice stocks application and pulls it in from Yahoo Finance. You're getting the same Android YouTube viewer that you've seen on other devices, and you've got some weather functionality and some accelerometer games. You've got Quick Office, and this will sync up with Exchange servers as well. So guys, this is just a short tour of the Sense UI found on the HTC Hero, in this case for Sprint. Hope you enjoyed. There's a lot more in depth that we could go, but I want you to get an overview of what you can expect when you go to a Sprint store and you think about picking one of these up. I really am a big fan of the Sense UI. I think it's implemented very well. The combination of capacitive touchscreen and physical buttons really is a very nice combination, and having 7 home screens for all your added functionality is great. You can use one for Twitter, one for calendar, one for application shortcuts, one for contacts. Really, you can use them for as many things as you like, and it really makes for a very usable device. So guys, hope you enjoyed. For exclusive content, check me out at Twitter, twitter.com/John4Lakers. And for all of your tech news, be sure to check out technobuffalo.com. Links to all that will be in the sidebar, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.